Okay students, now we are going to learn about the pressure. Okay, so pressure P is nothing but pressure is equal to force upon area. Okay, so that is equal to F A. So F is also, it is an vector quantity and area vector is also vector quantity. Okay, so if you go for the SI units, see the SI units, how can we write? SI units is equal to force is nothing but Newton and area is nothing but meter square. So R we can also call as an Newton or meter square is also called as an Pascal with the scientist name. Okay, so now here we have to understand very clearly force upon area. Okay, well and good, but here see now pressure P is equal to force. Okay, what is the force? Force upon area. How we can consider this? Force upon area is nothing. For example, if I give the example, let me see if the area is there. Okay, and now I apply the force with an angle theta with the vertical. Okay, so now if you want to write the pressure, okay, so pressure P is equal to I can write, this is the force, I can, I can write the pressure force, the one of the component, perpendicular component, force F cos theta upon area, or P is equal to F by A cos theta. So here now there are two different values are coming. Okay, so actually what the pressure is exactly says about it. Okay, the pressure is says that force is always should be taken as a perpendicular. So perpendicular force to the area. For example, if I am taking anything, for example, let me see, if I am taking, let it be, this is an area. Okay, then I am applying the force on the perpendicular force. If I am taking the perpendicular component, okay, that is force, I am applying the force perpendicularly, then the area. See, simple understanding is the force is always take the perpendicular to the surface area. That means P is perpendicular to the magnitude of the area is a correct answer. Okay, for example, if you take the example here, let it be take as a 10 newtons of force and angle, let's we can take as a 30 degrees. Okay, if otherwise 60 degrees you can take. If you take the 60 degrees, then how much the, so here P is equal to F cos theta by A and P is equal to F upon A cos theta. See, if you simply understand the concept, so cos theta value will be a maximum at 0 degrees Celsius. Sorry, 0 degrees. Okay, that means to say that it is an perpendicular to the area. Then F by A. So if you go for this concept, P is equal to F upon A cos theta. So cos theta will be a value, okay, 0 to 90. That is an 1 to 0. So what will happen? If it is on perpendicular, then what will happen? It is 1. The maximum value will come. So area is an inversely proportional to pressure. Are you getting? So that means to say that pressure is inversely proportional to the area. So now what will happen? This quantity will increases. Once the quantity is increases, area quantity is increases, automatically pressure is decreases. That is not a correct method. Okay. So always we have to take pressure P is equal to perpendicular component of the force upon magnitude of the area. Got it? Very good. Now there are many day-to-day life, okay, applications are there. Okay, I will tell you one by one. Okay, some of the examples we can you can discuss here. So actually in our day-to-day life, whenever we are going to be moving in deserts, okay, we can't able to walk in the desert, but the camel is very easily it will be walk. So why? Because the camel is more weight than us, even though it is move very easily. Because if you observe carefully, the feet of the camels is a very broad comparing to our feet. So if the area is more, then pressure will be decreases because area is an inversely proportional. So pressure which is created by the camel on the desert is will be less. So that's why it will easily move, not is inserted. So when we are moving in a desert, the area of our feet is very less. So what will happen? Due to the less area, the pressure will increases. Due to the increasing of the pressure, our feet will going to be immersed into the sand, so that we can't be walk. In the same manner, many examples are there. For example, if you are taking the vegetables, once we are cutting the vegetables, can you try to cut the vegetables with the finger? So if you try also, it will not be cut, because the cross section area, the area of our finger is more, yes or no, comparing to the knife. So area is more, so pressure is less, so that's why it is not cut. So we are taking the knife and we can easily cut the vegetables, because the area of knife is very less, so pressure will increases, it will easily cut. If the same manner, if you take the eraser, and if you put our finger to make an insert, can it is possible? No, because if you are taking the same pencil or pen, then if you apply the force, it is easily inserted, because of the contact area is very less. So that is why pressure will increases and it will easily insert into the eraser. Is it not? There are many as there. So for example, train is there. Train track. If you see the train track, what will happen? The track, under the track of the train, there is a concrete sleepers will be there. So why the concrete sleepers will be arranged? Because to reduce the pressure of the train onto the track. Because the area is increases, the sleepers, that is a concrete pillars, the area will be increases. So the area will increases, automatically the pressure is decreases. In the same manner, if you take the mobile towers, the base will be very wide comparing to the top. Are you getting a point? Because if the area is increases, pressure will be decreases. So it is less chances to immerse into the sand. Yes or no? So that is why, in the same manner, the dams also, construction of the dams, if you carefully observe the wall of the dams, so base will be very wide comparing to the top, because when the area is increases, the pressure will be decreases, so it can be bear the pressure of the water and everything. Okay, so there are many examples are there in our daily life, so that we can be discuss a few of them. So whatever the examples we are taking, you can write in your own words. Okay, can you please write down all these things? Okay, then we can discuss for further. Okay. Okay, my dears, let's see the pressure in liquid. How can we calculate the pressure in liquid? Okay, liquid pressure. Okay, liquid pressure P is equal to, see here, we can define the equation very easily. Okay, let's see, we can take the container. Okay. Consider that there is a liquid is there here, total liquid. Okay, now if you asked at the point A, what is the pressure? What is the pressure due to the liquid? Okay, so now see here, pressure, first we can, pressure P is equal to force upon area. Is it not? How much force? Force is nothing but how much force is exerted by this liquid. So force is equal to mg, yes or no? So F is equal to m. M is how much? Mass is equal to volume into density. So let it be, density of this liquid is considered as a rho. So rho, okay, the volume. Let it be considered, the height of the liquid column is h. Okay, h height is there. So now F is equal to rho. Okay, so volume is nothing but area of this cross section area of the container. Okay, into height is a value into g. Yes or no? Now this force, see mg will be balanced who? By the normal. Yes or no? So here we can take as a normal or whatever it will be the force, doesn't matter. So P is equal to normal upon area. So P is equal to rho A H G by A. A get cancelled. So the pressure P is equal to rho G H. This is the pressure exerted by the liquid. Okay. So here it is an open container. Already the atmospheric pressure will be there. So the atmospheric pressure we can consider as a P naught. Then the P net pressure. P net is equal to, total pressure is equal to P naught plus rho G H. Okay. This is the pressure exerted by the atmosphere and the liquid column on the point bottom of the point A. Are you getting my point? It is very easy. Okay, there are many methods there to prove this, but it is the simplest method. You can understand very easily. No need to worry about it. Okay, so here so pressure of the liquid, we says that it is an rho g h metal, rho g h. Okay, if it is a total pressure, then P naught plus rho g h. Are you getting my point? Now let's take the atmospheric pressure. See here, pressure of the atmospheric pressure is equal to, we can P naught is equal to how much? 1.013 into 10 to the power of 5 Pascal or Newton meter square. Okay, this also there are many SI units are there. Sometimes we are measured in bar also. Bar, 1 bar is equal to, okay, these are only words, no need to worry about it. 1 bar is equal to how much? 10 to the power of 5 Pascal. Okay, if you want to write the atmospheric pressure in bar, P naught is equal to 1.01. Most of the time we are taking 1.01 into 1.01 bar. Okay, bar. We can also write it in the form of tar. Okay, so tar is nothing but it is an height of the mercury column. Okay, so height of, in the form of height of mercury column, Hg, height of Hg in mm, millimeter or centimeter, whatever it may be. Okay, here one tar we can be consider. Okay, 760 mm of Hg. Okay, mm of Hg. Okay, atmospheric is equal to 760 mm of Hg. In the most of the problems, they will give in the form of height of the mercury column. Okay, like mm of Hg or centimeter of Hg. Okay, if you take as a centimeter, it is a 76 centimeter of Hg. Are you getting my point? Let's see the atmospheric pressure. This P naught is equal to 1.01 in 013 into 10 power 5 pascals. How it will become? We can easily find out with the barometer. Okay, barometer is an instrument which will be used to measure the atmospheric pressure. We can discuss about this barometer. Then we can go many problems. Okay, so you can copy it, my dears, by your own words. Whatever you want to write, you can write. Okay, let's start. We can continue this. Shall I rub this now? Yes, sir. Okay, I am going to rub this now. So let it be. We can learn it about the barometer. Hope you understand very clearly about it. Do you understand? Right. So now barometer. So barometer is an instrument which will be used to measure the atmospheric pressure. Simple. Barometer is nothing but the instrument will be here. We are going to take one container. Okay, in the container, just you can fill the mercury. Okay, Hg. The density of Hg is equal to 13.6 gram per cc. If you want to write in SI units, you can also write it into 10 cube. Okay, so let me see. Now what we have to do? We have to take the test tube. Okay, take a test tube of 1 meter length. Okay, the length of the test tube is take as a 1 meter length of the test tube. Just dip into it. Okay, like this. Simple experiment. Okay, dip into total. Okay, mercury will come in that. Then you can pull up. Okay, you can pull up this test tube in such a way that the bottom, that is the open, that mouth of the test tube will be inside of the mercury, and you can be pull out like this. Okay, now once you pull out here, then the test tube will come here like this. Now, so what will happen here? The sum of the mercury, which is completely filled, some of the mercury will be comes down here. Okay, so due to the atmospheric pressure, so how much atmospheric pressure will be there? That atmospheric pressure will be balanced to rising of the mercury in the test tube. Okay, so simple, my dears. Here it will be on now. So once the mercury will comes out in the test tube, it will be, air will be there here or vacuum? Is it vacuum, right? Yes or no? Completely vacuum. This vacuum we can also call as a torricelli vacuum. Okay, then some of the books they will mention torricelli vacuum. Okay, torricelli vacuum. Okay, so now See here, now what we are going to do, we are going to take this horizontal line, and here is the pressure, this point P, let it be B. So here also you can take as a C, A is equal to B. Now what will happen? How much pressure, atmospheric pressure will be exerted on this surface of the liquid column is equal to the pressure exerted by the pressure exerted on B due to the liquid. Is it not? So now pressure PA is equal to pressure PB. So PA is nothing but atmospheric pressure. P0 is equal to how much, my dear here? PB is nothing but rho G H. So rho G is nothing but, it is an density of the mercury, because we took as a mercury. So now P0 is equal to rho G is nothing but how much? 13,600. Okay. Otherwise take as in whatever it may be. Okay. 1300. Okay. Into 10 into height. If you measure this height, the height will come as an 76 centimeter. If you want to take as a centimeter, doesn't matter. You can take as a centimeter itself. Okay. So 76 centimeter. This centimeter will be converted into meter. So centimeter will be converted into meter, because here we are taking as an SI units. Are you getting my point? Are you getting my point? Yes or no? 1 centimeter is equal to how many meters? 10 to the power minus 2 meters. Yes or no? So here simply we can take as an 76 into 10 power minus 2 meters. So if you measure this, all those things, it will come as an 1.013 into 10 to the power 5. Are you getting a point? Okay, this is the atmospheric pressure. First. Okay, got it? For example, for instead of mercury, if you take on water, what will happen? So simply, atmospheric pressure is nothing but how much? 1.01 into 10 power 5 is equal to rho. Rho of water is how much, my dears? Rho of water is 1 gram per cc. Yes or no? That means 10 cube rho into G is take as a 10, and height. We have to calculate the height. See here, H is equal to, total 4 zeros will get cancelled. That means 1.01 into 10 is equal to H. So H is will come as an approximately, okay, it is an 10 meters. Is it not? So that means to say that if you want to measure the atmospheric pressure, instead of using the mercury, we also use the water. But what is the problem? The problem is the test tube. The tube what we are going to be taking here. The tube is an, we have to take 10 meters length of the tube. So it is not very easy to carry from one place to another place. But 1 meter of the tube is very easy to carry comparing to the 10 meter of the tube. Okay, there are many uses of the answers there, because mercury will not to the attached to the wall of the containers. Okay, so it will be not attached to the wall of the container, but water will be. There are many uses are there. Okay, the Hg, okay, it will be looking very brightly comparing to the water. So whenever we are measuring the height, of the mercury column, we want to measure the height of the water. It may be not clearly appears comparing to the Hg. So there are many uses as there. Okay, nothing to worry. That's why we are using mercury. Okay, in the same time we have to be careful about the Hg, because it is poisonous. Okay, so you can note it down. Hope you that you understand very well about the barometer. Okay, next you can copy this, then we can go for further. Okay, now Pascal's law. Okay, what the Pascal's law, it says that okay, Pascal law which says that the pressure is increases at any point of the equilibrium liquid. The force is transmitted. That means the pressure is equally transmitted in all other points. Okay, so pressure increases at one point of equilibrium of rest liquid or equilibrium of liquid okay, equilibrium of liquid, that pressure transmitted equally in all other points of a liquid in a closed container. Okay, in a closed container. So this Pascal law, based upon the Pascal law, the hydraulic lift, hydraulic brakes, okay, hydraulic cutting machine, this all will be work based upon the Pascal law. Okay, we can better understand about the advantage of the Pascal law. Let's see, if you take the two pistons, it is an hydraulic lift, the example for hydraulic lift, okay. So let it be the cross section area of the small piston is considered as an okay, is an A1. Okay, the force applied by us is an F1. So here the cross section area of the bigger piston is considered as an A2 and the force is considered as an F2. Okay, so let it be here there is a car will be stand here. Okay, so what it says that Pascal says that when you apply the force, okay, when you apply the force, this force can be transmitted throughout of the liquid. Let it be here total is a liquid is there. Okay, this total pressure will be transmitted is equally in throughout of the liquid in the same manner on the wall of the container as well. Okay, so he says that the pressure which is existed here is considered as an P is equal to, so P1 is equal to F1 upon A1. In the same manner if you write here P2 is equal to F2 upon A2. So P1 is equal to P2, yes or no? Pressure will be an same, it will be transmitted same. So now F1 upon A1 is equal to F2 upon A2. So the mechanical advantage is, so what will happen here from this F2 is equal to, see here, F1 upon A1 into A2. Okay. So if your small force is applied here, then the larger force will be generated in the second column. Okay. So small force is applied on the smaller piston, then the larger force will be applied on larger piston. So we can take one example that we can easily understand, better understand about the Pascal law. Can you please make it noted down? Do you have any doubt? No sir. Yeah, you can take out, note it down this. Let's say we can take the example of, so we can better understand what is the advantage of this Pascal law. Okay. So let's consider there is an hydraulic jock is there, same manner. So you can take this example. This is a hydraulic jock. The cross section area will consider as a 10 centimeter. Let's take as a 10 centimeter square A1, and let's take this A2 is equal to 10 meter square. Now this car, okay, weight of the car will be, the A2 is equal to 10 meter square. The weight of the car is, let's consider as an 800 kg. Okay, so he says that what is the minimum force is required to lift the 800 kg car. Okay, are you getting my point? So let's see. Okay, so find the minimum point So find the force. Find the minimum force to lift the car. That is the question. Okay. So we know that according to Pascal law, P1 by here, F1 by A1 is equal to F2 upon A2. So F1 is equal to F2 upon A2 into A1. Okay. So here F1 is equal to F2 is how much, my dears? It is given as an 800 kgs. 800 kgs is nothing but 8000 Newton. Upon A is how much is given? A2 is equal to 10 meter square into A1 is given how much? 10 centimeter square. If the 10 centimeter square is converted into meter square, okay, it will come as an 10 to the power of minus 4. 10 to the power of minus 4. Are you getting a point? Now 0 0 will get cancelled. How much it will come? It will come as an 0.8 Newton. See here, the smallest force. If you apply 0.8 Newton, then 800 kgs of car can be lifted very easily. This is the main mechanical advantage of Pascal law. This law we can be used in hydraulic lift and hydraulic brakes. See, air brakes will be there, right, in our buses. So there also we can be used it, and hydraulic cutting machines, all those things we can use the advantages of the car. Are you getting a point? Okay. Can you please make it note of this? Then you can see further. Okay. Now, for example, let's consider this is a container is there like this. Okay. Now, let me take this on height is on H1, this is on point A. Okay. This is on point B. This is on point C. Okay. So now the options is given. You have to say the pressure at A, B, C. Option A. Okay. PA is equal to PB. Okay. PA is equal to PC is less than PB. Okay. Option B. Let take PA equal to PC is greater than PB. Option C. PA equal to PC equal to PB. Otherwise, PA equal to PB equal to PC. And option D. Let's take PA plus PC is greater than is equal to PB. Which is the correct answer? Which is the correct option? How many of you say PA? A answer. Option A. Okay, good. Option B. Good. Option C. Very good, majority. Okay. Option C. Option D. Option D none. Okay. So some of you says that. Many of you says that option A isn't correct. Right? Okay. So why you say like that? Because AB is on same height, B is on more than the height. Okay. So pressure is equal to rho GH. So you compare this. Okay. So but the answer is wrong. The correct answer is C. C is the correct answer because we know very well. Here if you see the wall of the container, this total liquid is in rest position, right? So if it is in rest position, is there means so horizontal. According to Pascal law, we says that at the horizontal level, all the points of the pressure will be equal because it is not moving at all. So for example, consider if this condition is satisfied, that means PA is equal to PC is less than PB. That means to say the pressure is more at B and pressure is less at A. So that means liquid should be flow from higher pressure to lower pressure. Is it moving now? No, it is not moving. So that means to say that it is in equilibrium position. So horizontal level of any container of the horizontal level of any liquid points, all the points with pressure are equal. So that is a PA, PB and PC. If you want to take, you can take as a normal forces also. Okay, all the horizontal forces. See here. will get cancelled and vertical component will be added. So what will happen here? So this total normal will be balanced by all other liquid points. So that means it is the pressure is equal at the all the points of the same horizontal line. Okay. So hope that you understand very well about this. So there is other thing also is that see here the sinking of water level or liquid level in the different containers of the same base. For example, let me I can take it like this. Okay. The base will be the same for the all. Take here like this. Okay. If you take like this, or let me consider this like here container. Okay, like this. Whatever the shape it may be. Okay, whatever the shape it may be. If you take other straight, or we can take as any other shape, like we can take like this. So if the base is the same for all the containers, then if you pour the water or any liquid, the height will be sitting in all the containers will be equal. Okay, it will be sitting equally like this. Okay. The advantage of this seeking of the height level, you might be seen in the water tanks. Okay, so mineral water tanks will become in our street. Okay, or diesel tanks will diesel lorries are there, the tanker, diesel lorry tanker, petrol lorry tanker. If you carefully observe, you might be observing your day-to-day life. So if the container is there like this, okay. So let it be this is the container which has the liquid feed in the container. Okay. So you might be carefully observe about in your day to day. There is one pipe will be almost here, transparent pipe. So why they are giving this transparent pipe? Because how much liquid is there in the container, the same it is open here, the same level will be seek here. That means to say that to find out the how much height of the liquid is filled in the tanker, we can able to see very easily in the transparent pipe. Okay. So for example, water tank is there. So he will take the water from the tank, he will distribute or he will sell the mineral water to the houses. Then he can see by seeing this level of the seeking of the water in the tube, in the same height will be there in the container of the tank. Yes or no? So he can come to know that how much water is there or how much liquid is there in the container. Okay, there are many examples are there. So many day-to-day life advantages are there for the seeking of that. So we can very easily you can learn it. Do you understand everything? Okay, hope you understand. You can copy by yourself. Whatever you want, you can write it. Okay, doesn't matter.